So in the previous lecture, we have created all these methods using Python programming language. In case of queue, using linked list. Now here, I have combined all these methods together to see the big picture of time and space complexities for these operations. Now the first method is creating queue. Creating queue in case of linked list takes O1 time complexity because here we are just initializing the head and tail references and setting them to null. So it's obvious that the space complexity is O1 because in this case, we are not creating any node. Now the next method is enqueue method. In case of enqueue method, we are just creating a node and then creating a link between head and this node and tail and this node. In this case, it takes O1 time complexity. Now the space complexity is O1 because here we are just creating one node. Now the next method is dequeue method. In case of dequeue method, we are returning the first element from the linked list and we are deleting this element from the linked list. So here, to return the first element, we are just returning the value of head, and to delete the first element from the linked list, we are just updating the head reference to the second node. And we know that this operation takes O1 time complexity. Now the space complexity is O1 because here we are just deleting one node from the memory. Now the next method is pick method. So pick method takes O1 time complexity because here we are just returning the head value. Any looping, any traversing operation is not performing over here. That's why the time complexity is O1. Now the space complexity is also O1 because here we are just returning the head value and an additional memory is not required for this method over here. Now the next method is empty method. In case of isEmpty method, once again we are just checking the head value. If the head value is none, we are returning true. If head value is not none, we are returning false. So this operation is not time consuming operation, that's why it takes O1 time complexity. Now the space complexity is also O1 because here an additional memory is not required. We are just checking the head value. And finally, the last method is delete entire queue. In case of linked list, to delete entire queue, we just need to set head and tail references to null. By doing so, we are making first node eligible for garbage collection, then the second node, then the third node, and it continues until the end. So this operation is not time consuming operation, that's why it takes O1 time complexity, because here any looping, any traversing operation is not performing. So the time complexity is O1. Now the space complexity is obviously O1 because here we are deleting all elements from the memory. So that's why the space complexity is O1. Now with this we have completed queue using linked list. Now in the next lecture, let's see the differences between queue using linked list and queue using Python list. There we will see that which one is preferable in terms of time and space complexity. See you in the next lecture.